Rastafari, Selassie, I. This is the spread from this rising. And we're gonna go over it. I want to first say that this is on my mind as I rose this rising. 1 second. I'm gonna let y'all take that spread in right quick. And I want y'all to look at it. It says flow. Manifestation, grace, Pisces, Scorpio, 12th house, spirituality and subconscious mind. So, right here, right now, I know that my Pluto is in Scorpio. This is how it relates to me. But also during Scorpio season, that's November. Sorry for the squeaky chair, y'all. But I'm overstanding that through me having my Pluto and Scorpio, and I'm also going through a Saturn return, I'm going with the flow to then have grace with my manifestations of spirituality and the subconscious mind in my 12th house. So all that ties into what I'm about to say here right now. I normally don't like to go with the stereotypes or with, color. But yes, there's a but. Because if you haven't lived in a certain area where you actually get to see certain things manifest, or like just to experience certain things, right? You wouldn't know what it's like to be in a certain skin. You wouldn't know what it's like to be in a certain skin unless you were in a place where that type of skin was rare. Or within that skin, it's worn not like others. And I understand that it's all in the mind. A lot of it is not shown on the outer, I'm speaking in code right now because I understand. Thanks everybody for coming in live. I understand that when you're in a certain skin and you share a certain light, when that light is supported, I sense the inner thoughts of the beings. You see what I'm saying? I'm knowing that who I is, regardless of what is intentions and direction, Babylon them will always try to find a way to, change the narrative. And it's not even the people's fault. It's the programming. It's the programming that's been done to the mind of the people, to the point where you don't have to say and do certain things anymore. You don't have to say certain things. It's the vibration frequency You can feel it. You know, wherefore certain things have certain vibrations. Certain things you may feel, it's coming from something. You know, if you analyze, you have to learn how to. We have to understand. Once we have great gut health, focus on our, you know, what we're putting in our body. I seen a video of a basketball player, an ex-basketball player, like I think it was Charles Oakley or something like that. Yeah, Charles Oakley. He was saying something about like, yeah, everyone, you can't tell someone not to eat meat, and then, you know, because everyone needs certain things. And then I understood what he meant. But also what I understood was that you challenge the body when the flesh, when you go without. You know what I'm saying? You challenge the body. You challenge the flesh. That's the point of saying, of being plant-based and being one with nature. It's because you test the body, you test, and then you rely on nature. You rely on what Jah say. You have that connection on what you need. You see? It's more like Dr. Sebi, where Dr. Sebi would, you know what I'm saying? He was a nutritionist, a real knowing, like, you have to analyze the body. You have to run tests to know what the body is missing, knowing what the body needs. Not just assuming what the body needs, you know what I'm saying? Not doing your own tests, because I'm knowing that I have ran tests on my body and knowing what I can have and can't have, and, you know, how long I can, you know, go without and things of that nature, or what's my limit, you know what I'm saying? And that's because I ran the test. And I'm overstanding that Babylon has stripped the people from testing their body by simply saying breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. You're breaking your fast. But we overstand, oh, you have to go school, work, job, whatever else, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what Babylon system, so they tell you to eat because you're going to be moving around. So of course you don't want to be, you know, eating and you know, moving around, not, I mean, you know, without nothing on your body, because you'll be burning calories. You don't want to pass out. But that's what Babylon system them tell you to do. If we wake up how we supposed to be waking up, we wouldn't have to be worrying about burning calories and all, you know what I'm saying? We'll be one with nature first. We'll get our nutrients from nature. But Babylon teach you, wake up, have breakfast, break fast. When in reality, you may just need some tea. You see what I'm saying? I understand, overstand. If I had to choose, I would choose sativa. You know, I would. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for leaving a comment as well. I appreciate everybody's comments, but I just overstand that, back to what I was saying before, in a certain skin, when you are, if I want to talk Babylon talk right now, when you're a black man, a black person, but a black man, of course, we must speak properly to manifest and believe and to know what we are. So we must speak properly. So what I'm saying is, so that's why I don't want to say black man, but I want the message to get across. I want to say just a light-bearing being. It is difficult sometimes to get support on a simple fact of that, the power of when, you know, a light-bearing being gets supported. You see? You know, and that's not going to turn on the people. That is for the people. I bring judgment to the people as well. I speak judgment on my own self. So I have to understand as who I and I am, Ajaman Dan, tribe of Dan, a Danite. I understand that I bring judgment upon myself as well. So no one is excluded from the judgment that that I see it from. You see what I'm saying? Like when I said, I always will say in my videos that I don't exclude anyone. Anyone and everyone is welcome here as a tribe. But when it comes down to doing bad to children, when it comes down to being bad to, to the old people, the elderly, that's what I don't accept. You see? But anywhere in between, if I see wrong, I chant down Babylon. In any way. Jah Rastafari. Hey everybody in the chat. I understand that when it comes down to being one with Jah, when I said I and I are one with the Most High, I understood that that's even more when we have a movement, a tribe, how we must be on one accord, because there's going to be, adversaries, and it's not always in the physical. It's right here in the mind. It's not always physical. It's right here in the mind. Sometimes when we go through certain things, it's not always physical. It's in the mind. It's the trickery. It's the trickery. I understand why today in society you got to keep yourself busy. I always understand that, but we must be staying busy within our journey, our alignment. There's no room for distractions at this point in the wrong areas, because that can cost everything. It literally can. So I'm understanding that, if I'm not, being consistent and, growing my YouTube, what's the point of having it? You see what I'm saying? What's the point of having a YouTube if you're not going to be on YouTube? You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what I understand. So I'm not able to mentally say if I'm one with the Most High and Jah is telling me to do that, that's all I'm going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's standing strong in the faith and knowing that it's not always physical support. It's the mental support. That's for, the YouTube. It's the knowing that you're not alone, because you chose to step out on faith and just say, I'm just gonna go live. See, I'm not supposed to be the spotlight. I'm put into the spotlight because I'm supposed to allow the others to get into the spotlight. You see, I'm being used. Yes, because I would say I'm willing to be used, but I am in the spotlight, but I'm not supposed to be alone here. You see what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to be alone here. That's not what goes with my chart. That's not what goes with alignment. That's not what Jah is telling me. Jah is telling me that no, when it's time for me to grow, when I'm growing, we're growing together. There's no leaving. When people say, "Oh, you're gonna leave us," type of energy. It's not that type of energy with me. That's not that energy. You see? But that's what Babylon wants you to believe. Babylon wants you to believe the things about like leaving type of energy, and it's never that energy. But Babylon makes everything seem so physical. The world that we live in is so physical. You know what I'm saying? But we have to understand that we have a conscious mind to say, Let me get past the physical. But how do I do that? Is by how you breaking your fast. Stop breaking your fast. When you break your fast, you're so connected more to the physical. Because now what you put in, it's in your body now. You can feel it. You can physically feel it. So when you're fasting, when you're drinking teas, when you're not having anything, you're able to connect with more of your spirit body, your mind, not so much the physical. You say, let me look past the physical. That's what happens when you intermediate fast. That's what happens when you want to be one with Jah. When you say, you know what, I'm gonna fast just for my rising, and allow Jah to let me hear what Jah tell me. You see what I'm saying? Because anything that we eat is gonna alter our body, whether it's good for us or not. But when you don't have anything yet, you know that when certain ideas come about, you know where it's coming from. You see what I'm saying? You know where it's coming from. But like I was saying, we live in such a physical world that we see, we eat, certain stuff we like. But I overstand that I've gotten past that. When you tap into sound, when you start listening to 432 hertz, you start to say that you're a vibration. You start to say, I am a vibration. I am a frequency. What frequency am I transmitting? What frequency am I emitting? See? So that's what I'm understanding. The frequency that I emit is meant to be spread. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to be for togetherness. It's not meant to be, exiled anymore. That's not what my journey entails anymore. That was in my past life. My past life, I had to, I was exiled and things of that nature. No, I'm not exiled in this life anymore. And that's the reasoning of the come up. You see what I'm saying? In the past life, I was exiled. But then there's a reason for the come up in this time, because it's meant to happen right this time. You see? It's meant to happen right this time. By consistency and the spells, the words, and we're gonna go to the numbers. Because this is not a game. Y'all can't even see those numbers, but it's on the post. It's on the post. And I understand that it's a real seriousness. It's a real seriousness. But not in the seriousness of the worst way. It's just a seriousness to saying, I don't want to play politics with narratives that don't stand for what Jah say. That's just how I see it. But then whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever color or whatever involves in those narratives, that's on that vibration, frequency. You see what I'm saying? It's a frequency vibration thing. That's why I understand that it's a seriousness. And there's a thing called true balance. I know what true balance is. Moving in my chart, if you want to know what true balance is, all you have to do is listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my beats. Allow my frequency vibration of healing to show you what true balance is. But it has to be accepted first. I overstand that I have a fire, that when it's in alignment, or even wants to be in alignment, it's not simple to know that I'm in that mode. You know what I'm saying? But how I'm understanding, overstanding is when I'm in that mode, no one else can see that but I and Jah. You see? And now that I'm realizing the plants and the animals can feel that, but not always every being, because it's more of a connection with nature. Don't get distracted from where I'm staying at. I'm speaking on plant-based eating, fasting. It's all a connection with the grass, with the sky, with the animals, with the bugs, with the insects, with the sound vibration, 432 hertz. It's a real connection, and you're really able to tap in, not just in a, oh, I need to have meat. I understand, overstand the concept. I get it, but I don't understand the concept of someone saying that, but not also saying fasting is from it is good as well. You see what I'm saying? Or fasting period. You see, that's what I see. I see a lot of, content and things about people say about, not being plant-based is cool, but what about fasting? You see? Fasting from anything, coffee, fasting from that Tylenol that you take every day when you wake up, or you know what I'm saying, fasting from whatever, clubbing, fasting from listening to certain music. But fasting, whatever it means to you. But I'm speaking specifically off breakfast. But they only give us that because that's Babylon's system. Babylon's system created the breakfast and the wake up and eat because you have to go to work and their schools and, you know what I'm saying, their jobs and this. But if none of that did exist, there would be no breaking fast. There would be no thing as waking up and eating right away. That wouldn't be a thing unless you was out here hunting and things of that nature. But no, not from, no. We would be waking up one with nature. You see what I'm saying? We wouldn't have the concept of automatically waking up and eating, because that was disrespectful to nature. We're supposed to ask nature first. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to go one with nature first. So the body knows what it needs. To tell the body what is missing. To tell the body what it needs. You see what I'm saying? But I understand, overstand that it's hard for others to go against the flesh, and it's hard. It's always a battle for each and every last one of us. Is always a battle. So that's why I'm knowing we're a tribe. This is a tribe where the support is not always physical support. It's a mental support. We're able to talk to each other here. We're able to, have opinions over here. We're able to understand that, hold on, we live a certain way over here, so there's no outsiders, type of energy that can sway us from the mindset that we have. That 4D, 5D consciousness. That new Zion. That new Earth Zion. That concept of new Earth Zion is not just a concept. It's reality. You see? It's reality. It's becoming reality. It's really becoming reality. And that's why even on the planet, there's going to be more brighter days than, you know what I'm saying, than low vibrational frequency ones. And that's where Babylon falls, because they only operate on the low frequency days. Things of that nature. They only, you know what I'm saying? They only exist in those days, in those times. because when it's highly vibrational days, they fall, and it's the planet is having more highly vibrational days than low vibrational days. So Babylon is still falling, but you can see where the scales is going. The scales, Babylon is falling, and you can see where the scales is falling. It's plain as day. Babylon is falling. It's just like, okay, well, there's more brighter days than low vibrational days. So if we're saying that Babylon only exists on low vibrational days, they're falling. But guess what? That even means that they're going to try to be more powerful. They're going to seem like it's more powerful, but they're falling. Simple. If there's going to be more brighter days, right? Right? So the brighter days, this is the scale, right? It go right here. This is the whole scale. Boom, right? So if there's more brighter days, right? So we start flat, right? There's more brighter days. So the brighter days represents New Earth Zion. And Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. So we got all these brighter days. And Babylon got these little vibrational days over here. We about like right here now. Babylon think they got all these low vibrational days. This little bit right here. But they're gonna make it seem like these low vibrational days right here, they're gonna make them seem like they're so powerful. They're gonna try to make it seem like it's so powerful. But really, the brighter days is here. So it's very, very simple to me. I'm gonna turn the camera off, not the camera off, but the green screen off for that concept, because we need to get that concept down. Boom. You see, I can't put my arm automatically all the way flat, but you see, this is supposed to be flat. This is flat though. All these brighter days, Babylon right here, they're gonna make it powerful and try to overcome all these brighter days. No, it's not happening. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. All these brighter days, but they're gonna make these days right here, make it seem like these last days, make it seem like it's so powerful, but they cannot overcome the brighter days because Babylon is falling. And it's happening right here, right now, as I chant down Babylon. That's what I understand that I am literally the catalyst to finish Babylon to fall. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, why me? But I'm like, no, not why me. I'm like, yeah, me. Because why not? I'm understanding what I came here to be and who I am. And I came here to chant down Babylon. In every way. Music, sound, art, family, big generational curses, in every way. While chanting down Babylon. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. Babylon is falling. All these brighter days. We got all these brighter days. But these last days, they're going to make it seem like it's so powerful. But Babylon is falling. Don't forget. They're falling. You see what I'm saying? Babylon is falling and they're going to keep going down. You know what I'm saying? While we got all these brighter days here on Earth, Babylon is going to keep falling and they're going to go underground. Exactly. Where you think it's going? That's why you had to make a choice. Where do you think the Matrix is going? Underground. Babylon is falling. And what they mean by Babylon is that on the earth, it's going to be New Earth Zion. But Babylon is still falling. You think it's gonna? You think even when they're not above the ground? We love Earth, right? We on Earth here, right? We on Earth here. We love Earth. All the brighter days. But you think when Babylon falls, you think when they get under here, you think they just gonna quit and still not try to mess up our brighter days? You must be kidding. They're not gonna give up. They're even gonna be, this is above the ground. They're not even gonna be up here anymore. Because of why? Oh, the planet, the sun is getting hotter. Oh, the clouds is, yeah, it's getting hotter out here. Yeah, that's why we're telling y'all to be plant-based. You wonder why I keep talking about plant-based? It's because the sun is getting hotter. So then that's gonna mess with everything. That changes everything. So where did it go? Oh, they going under here. They're going under here. See? They going under here. But you think still being above ground, you think they're not, just because they're right here, you think they're not gonna try to still mess with our brighter days? You must be tripping. You got another thing coming if that's what you believe. They put it in all the movies. That's actually what is happening right here, right now. Where you think they talking about talking about the homeless the homeless whatever they were saying about the homeless, like helping the homeless out, and like, no, that's called concentration camps. That is called this is the ground, right? Yeah, this is the ground, right? Mother Earth, where are they going? Where they take them? They're trying to get them from off the ground, right? So where they gonna take them? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so while we having these brighter days, you think Babylon is going underground to do their experiments? It's plain and simple. It's right in our face. I was sent here to chant down Babylon for a reason. So don't be acting like, oh, we don't know where they at. We don't know what they doing. Stop acting like we don't know what they doing. You know exactly what they doing. They Babylon is falling, so they going underground. And they've been underground. And if you want to be part of Babylon, you can go underground if that's what you want to do. And see, that's the thing, because some people may have to go underground just to chant down Babylon, to see what's happening down there. See what I'm saying? You know, the wilderness, when they say certain people went through the wilderness, they didn't always say it was on earth. See, we forget. We actually forget that this thing called tunnels, they ain't just flat. That thing called tunnels, caves, just naturally. But they don't teach you that. They don't tell you that, there's things under the earth that connect other earths, and then you can get there quicker. But they ain't gonna teach you that in the ocean, are they? No, they ain't. They're gonna make it seem like, yeah, this all we have is here. Okay, what's happening over here? What's happening over here? Wow, we got all these brighter days, right? What's happening over here? Under these brighter days. What's happening under here? We saw it in Space Jam. Stop the cap, bro. We saw it in Space Jam. We saw it in Space Jam. And that's the thing about YouTube. I know y'all hear me. That's the thing. Like, I know y'all hear me. I'm on y'all platform. I know y'all hear me. But y'all the ones that put it in the movies. So how do you expect someone to not decode it? Y'all put it in the movies, bro. And y'all use Michael Jordan. What do you mean? How do you expect me to not pay attention to that? How do you expect me to not pay attention to that? That's what I'm trying to understand. You think it's just going to go over my head? Oh, you didn't know who I was. You didn't know who I am, but that didn't go over my head. Y'all siphon the people, the energy of the people, like they did in Space Jam. Yep. Siphon their energy. Definitely did. Took them on the ground. Right. I understand, overstand. See, I'm not the type to say, like, to be nervous about that type of stuff, because y'all put it in our face anyway, so y'all act like it's supposed to be new. Just because y'all haven't said it don't mean that it's new to everybody. You know, that others don't know about it. Even if it's not in a book, don't act like we don't know about it, or that we don't have access to it. Even if y'all have AI, and AI says certain stuff, don't think that it's other things that is undiscovered. Because we live on the planet Earth, and there's certain things that's undiscovered. You see? There's a lot of things that's still undiscovered. But leave it to man, leave it to Babylon. They discovered everything already, right? There's nothing, man, what? There's new discoveries every day. Don't let this world make it seem like there's nothing being, no, there's new discoveries every day. And then there's going to be also living by new rules every day, based off of what Mother Earth says. So, you see? Mother Gaia. So I understand, even when Jah say, be one with the Most High and move as Jah say so, and Mother Earth say, move on this vibration, be on this frequency, I'm knowing that means the ship is coming. You see what I'm saying? That's what I understand, overstand. The ship gotta be coming, bro. That's why I was saying about, I didn't want to say black, but I understand and overstand it, and y'all know it too. I know y'all can hear me, YouTube. I know y'all can hear me. The ship gotta be coming. Is that what that, the Atlas, the 3-eye Atlas is? Because the reason why I'm sitting here thinking, like, why am I always chatting down Babylon? It's because the people must awaken on the frequency when it gets closer. And it has to do with fasting, plant-based, and vibration frequency. I can't make this up. I already been wanting and knowing that this vibration and frequency was coming, but this more solidifies it and gives it more of a timing. And even to a certain degree, I don't even fully I don't even fully engage in it. And what I mean by that is I'm not about to follow what they claim, what Babylon is claiming, right? It's a frequency. You see what I'm saying? It's not physical, because we will not see this or whatever it is, or even if it is a thing, even if it is a physical thing, we're not going to be able to see with our naked eye. But the frequency will reach us. And I want you to know, it's literally like Dragon Tales, bro. When they did The Rock, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? They did The Rock, and it just, it turned everything into, into like rainbows and light. Like a dream state. Heaven, pretty much. Heaven on earth. But it's a frequency base. And you must be on a certain frequency vibration by then. You see? No one is perfect. That's not the point. But the point is to reach a certain frequency vibration where you're not scared. You're not scared. You see? Because we don't really know. Listen to me, YouTube. Think about this. I know y'all hear me. Think about this. If we sitting here, right? How do we know what's next? We don't. How do we actually know this reality? Everything that we living in? We don't. We do not know the reality of everything that we live in. We don't know what's next. Y'all may think, well, others may know what's next, but you really don't know until it exists. So if we are saying that things are coming into our atmosphere, right? We're on this planet together. You see what I'm saying? It's not like the majority won't be on the planet. The majority will be on the planet. So what I'm saying is, it will reach everything in everything around it. It's outside of our atmosphere. And we're bigger than it, but the frequency that it holds, it will target a certain place. And as we can see, Babylon is falling. And it will affect us. And it's going to affect us in a way, in a sense of vibration, frequency. If you don't hug a tree, you might want to start hugging a tree. Because don't think that these same trees that you pass every day don't see you. Don't feel your vibration. See? See what I'm saying? This is a real thing. Don't be surprised when certain things start happening. Now, I'm talking about in nature. I'm not saying just artificial things was going to fall. That's part of Babylon. But I'm talking about even in nature. We're going to see things and feel things like never before. And that is the point of being on a certain frequency vibration. That's why I'm telling you guys to listen to 432 hertz. That's why I make my 432 hertz. This is why I am supposed to be making it for the masses, because the time that is coming, the frequency that I make, the music that I make, I'm able to channel it. I'm able to channel it to the point where it basically like collides. And it knows that Earth is safe. You see? It's knowing that like there is a frequency there that resonates with you know, with highly vibrations. And I feel that will allow the ultimate decision. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% real. I absolutely feel that the music that I make, it collides with the cosmos to the point where it changes the outcome of the frequency that is bearing back. So say if I'm putting out a frequency, right, and it reaches a certain, you know, arena, and then I'm able to make a certain frequency that then bounces back to then, you know, creates a veil. You know what I'm saying? Like a remembrance, a code, a cosmic, ancestral, you know, frequency. And then it comes back to, you know, the masses. So the bigger the sound, the bigger the amplification of the frequency coming back. So I'm knowing that. So if anything is supposed to happen right now, what's supposed to be happening is I'm supposed to be making my beats, how I've been making them on a plateau of like, no, we're supporting him because we want this frequency to amplify us, not to hurt us. And the only way is it to know that the frequency that's being put out is positive. So then when it collides, that it creates a certain light on us. Not wherefore, if it's not consciously being done, it's just gonna put out whatever. You see? It's gonna put out whatever, then who's to say that could be all of humanity? But I understand during that time period, if we're putting out a frequency that's positive, then it allows that frequency to collide with it, then create a whole different new Earth Zion for us. And this is why we must go without fear and support, because this is something that we haven't seen before. And we, like I said, we won't see it, we will only feel it. So this is what I'm saying. As a collective, we even need to start making our own frequency beats at 432 hertz. So then when this frequency comes, we're able to rise, like we're able to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the bigger the platform, the bigger the speaker pretty much, or the loudness to a degree, is the bigger the impact. The bigger the, you know what I'm saying? The bigger the frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, serious. And I'm knowing that when I make my 432 hertz, when this with this three, what do you call it, the 3-eye atlas, when that frequency comes by, when it's in our atmosphere, we need, as a tribe, we need to be on our post, in our position. And that's a position of frequency, vibration. You're supposed to be pressing play and having it on loop. Your creations on loop. Your manifestations on loop. Because that's all that it is. It's coding in the name. So this is why I'm knowing that, showing you guys how to make these frequency beats. You know, being able to guys to show my screen, share my screen, and showing you every piece and, to how I make my beats, right? So then you guys can make it, and then have your own style, or even make it exactly how I made it, but then play it from your own home. Save it and play it from your own home. You see? To the point where now you have your own, or most of all, I can send you guys my frequencies to play during this time, this moment. We as a tribe, and I know and I understand that this is something that may have not happened or been experimented on before or tested, but I'm knowing that I need support on this. I need support on this. And I'm knowing that when my frequencies, my vibrations that is given to me from Jah is played in multiple, say I send my frequencies to 10 people, right? And they all play it and go live at the same time. The vibration, the frequency that we are given to Mother Earth. Thank you so much, Jah. Would really change this planet and bring healing. And I understand that is why I'm so serious about my mission and my path, is because how I see it is just how I just said it. Imagine 12 people, and at 8 o'clock, they record themselves and they play my frequency vibration. And in the video, when it's over, that does so much to Jah. It does so much for us. And it does so much for you and I. Because it's what you have now accepted is saying, I hold a wholeness with nature. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, I am a multi-dimensional, highly vibrational frequency. You're saying, I am one with the Most High. So when we do that over and over and over again, as a togetherness, it really changes the frequency vibration on this planet. And not only will it happen, but we're gonna do it together. You see? By simply just saying, I'm gonna listen to Ajaman. I'm gonna listen to Ajaman. I'm gonna play his frequencies that I have, the device, because I have a device. Yes, YouTube, I know you hear me. I have a device, and it plays these frequencies. You see, to where it's on the hip of the people. And guess what? These things is indestructible. But guess what? You can put them on the trees. You can use them as ornaments. And they will play these frequencies. They will light up. They will tell stories. And there will be bracelets. There will be pendants. There will be earrings. There will be headbands. There will be hats. I understand that this is not about me. This is bigger than I. Like Bob Marley will always say, think higher. It's bigger than I. So I understand and understanding that not only through this, frequency that's coming, New Earth Zion, or the 3-eye Atlas, that what Babylon is saying, but we are moving to brighter days. And we must move on our inventions and be fearless and to stand strong and to not say, no, I'm not going to talk about that. No, because you are you. You can talk about your inventions because you are you. Only you can do that. It cannot be duplicated. And I understand and understanding that the vibration, the frequencies that I have, the instrumentals, the beats that I make, the highly vibrational frequency archives that I make cannot be duplicated unless I show it. The only way it will be duplicated is if I show it. So I have an obligation to show, to share my inventions in this life. Like I said, in my past life, I was exiled. I was scarred. I was scarred. I was scarred. I was scarred. But I don't know if y'all can see that, but I have a scar on my hand that's like a J. It's for Jah. You see? So I understand that I've seen the battle. I've seen the whole battle on every aspect on why it was so rough and tough. And even when it comes down to I, working a 9 to 5 and, not feeling comfortable and always knowing that it was something more. I was knowing that it was going to happen through my frequencies, through my sound, through what Jah has used me as a vessel to tap into. It was to create these beats, these instrumentals that will change the frequency on here for the planet, for the brighter days, to raise the consciousness of humanity through sound. I know who I am. This did not happen by mistake. But I understand me thinking higher, thinking bigger than I. For the people, of course, we use it through healing. We use it for night lights. We put the sounds in for night lights. So when the children, when you're sleeping, not just the children, but when you're sleeping, you're listening to 432 hertz frequency music. You know what your body is engaging with. Raising your vibration to be your higher self. You know that when you play it, you're literally raising your vibration. Based off of the sound being on you, you're raising your vibration through your chakras. But when you consciously have it, when you have it as an earring, when you have it as a pendant, when you have it as on your hip, when you have it as a boom box, when you have it as a headphones. Yeah, because these is not something that it comes with an app. Thank you, John. No, this is something that is emitted within the headphones that you can't not get on digital. No, it's emitted inside of the headphones, so then you didn't have it forever. Yeah. We're not going the Babylon way where you got to get the app and no, we're not doing that. It's automatically just a press and play. Simple. Very, very simple. We ain't doing all the extras. Comes with a light. Comes with some lights. Comes with great sound. That's the main thing. And just the closeness and oneness with the designs and the purpose. Because we live in a world where why don't things have sound on them? Why we can't buy a candle and it don't have a press play for a sound on it? That's what I'm here for. I make these archives sound hot, these sound frequencies for a reason. So then in each and every corner and crevice of the Mother Earth, that there's a frequency being played that's coming from Jah. Why? Because the vessel was holy. So then what happens? The hands was holy. It was meant for healing. This is a healer. This is an alchemist. This is a spiritual architect. You know what I'm saying? This is Ajamandan. You see him? I'm just so grateful to know that through my Saturn return, I'm consciously aware of it, because everything that I sow and speak through my vessel will happen in the greatest forms. The new Earth Zion is here. And I overstand that no one is perfect, but we are striving together as a whole. So when I'm striving, you're striving. When you're striving, I'm striving. We are togetherness. But we must think higher. We must stop. We must understand that it's for the collective, at least for I and I. I know that I have a North Node in Libra. It has to do with togetherness and partnerships, and you know what I'm saying? It has to do. I'm not supposed to be doing this alone. No, I'm not, and I will not, and I will not allow it. It will not happen. It's not going to happen that way. There will be a support system. There will be a team, because this mission and these tests must be ran. I'm knowing that I will have an auditorium in a school teaching how to make my beats to the children, to the adults, and it will be for a whole industry. The frequency beats that I make will then be for an industry, because then you're going to be making the beats and the frequencies for the products. See, I have my own, but then you'll make your own and say and name it and have it in your own style. Maybe you want to have it on a washing machine. Now, you are the creator that created this washing machine that comes with this type of sound. Just created a whole industry. YouTube, I know you hear me. And whoever else is listening, let's collab. You wanna be on the market. You wanna be the next best thing. Start adding sound to your products. Say you buy a car, but then it comes with these sounds. that's not in no other car. Could you imagine you having an Ajamandan frequency car? That to where each sound that was in the song that now it's in your car. It's nowhere else. Right. It becomes your own portal. Yep. Of healing. Yep. Then you just created your own portal of healing. Yep. Wow. Thank you, John. I understand, overstand. If you want your own house with a certain sound frequency vibration, only this house comes with these sounds. Come talk to me, guys. Let's collab. You can have your own sound healing house with my sounds. We will start to build their own sounds where you have speakers throughout the house. And you'll be able to play these beats. And it's only these beats will be you only ones that have this sound healing frequency house. And then guess what? It's up to you. You can turn your house into a healing session. Now you can charge people to come into your house. Or just play it and say, you know what, this is, get the experience. But you gotta pay. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like however people want to do it. But I'm understanding, overstanding, it says very exclusive. Very simple, but very exclusive. You can have your own device. Obviously, it's going to be your own device. To where even if you are a student, per se, that is making these frequencies, that's saying, if you're in my class and you're making these frequencies on your own, and you're doing mines, and I take a listen, and I say, wow, that does sound just like mine, or exact, or however, you know what I'm saying? We're able to collaborate and make a student one, to where these are the remakes, but it came from these, and they get a certain percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it must be done. It will be done. And I understand, overstand that this is not just a ministry. This is a lifestyle. This is an industry. This is not just an industry. This is a platform. This is a what do you call it? A laboratory. This is a laboratory where the inventions get created. Ajamandan is a laboratory. My channel is my channel, but we're not entering my laboratory, because I'm clearly seeing. I fasted today. I've been one with y'all. I posted my my Impact Oracle deck. I'm doing my spiritual work. I'm live right now, so the download is coming, and I'm knowing we are now entering Ajamandan's laboratory, because the inventions must start today. It will start today, along with me still making my beats, along with me still going live, along with still me playing the guitar, me still chanting down Babylon. We have not entered Ajamandan's laboratory, and I need you guys' support. I will be putting my frequency, vibration, beats, instrumentals onto devices, onto physical things. Okay? I will be making it my own speaker, to where you press play in style, where you can have a pendant and press it and press play. It has channels. It will happen. It's going to happen. And I need you guys' support. Because I understand, overstand, it's not just for I. This will bring healing, inspiration, drive, teamwork, your own invention, collaboration, growth, ancestral wealth, generational wealth, not just for you, not just for I, but for the collective. You see? When we create this, we're creating an abundance for the collective. We're creating a laboratory, a land, a home, a Zion of generational wealth, frequency, vibration for the collective. And it's happening. Ja! Rastafari. Selassie. See?